Hello, friends. And it's the echoey, grumpy old man broadcasting live from Studio B of WDWL TV, located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. I know. In a division of Grumpy Vulture Enterprise Productions. All right, you've had enough camera time. Back in the cage. Back in the cage. Back in the cage. It was an interesting afternoon, to say the least. I had to run up to the grocery store. Now, not that that's interesting. But I did find a few bargains. So when I come out, parked next to me is a Tesla. And the reason I knew it was a Tesla, because first of all, the front ends looked like some, 5-year-old just did some paper mache work. And, you can't miss the emblem. And there was a young lady, groceries on the ground, waving her cell phone around, standing by the door of the car doing this, And then she reaches in her purse and she pulls out the key. That's the key. Yeah. And she's waving the key around by the door, and then she's waving it up by the windshield, and I asked her what was wrong, and she said, the doors won't unlock. Now, I know zero about these cars, okay? And not thinking, I said, won't the key work? And then she commences to, wave her cell phone around, and she says, well, this is my key. And then she, pulls out the credit card and said, this is my other key. And neither one of them will work. The doors won't unlock. Well, I said, is it fully charged? And she says, yeah, I haven't driven it for 2 days. It's been plugged in for 2 days. It was 100%, and I just drove up here to get some groceries. Technology. And so she continues to wave her cell phone, and I said, you're going to have to call for road service. And she says, well, I have a number for Tesla. They have a 24-hour, service center. So she calls and she tells them, my car's fully charged. My app was working when I left the house. I came up here, I locked the doors, and now I can't get in the car. So, of course, it's like, hold on. So I says to her, I says, would you like to sit in the truck where it's a little warmer? And uh, 33 degrees with wind gusts that, were like a jet blast. So I got the heater on in the truck, and I can hear the music on hold. So the guy comes back on and he says, take a picture of your VIN number and send it to me. And she says, what's a VIN number? And I says to her, I'll show you. So we got out, and I said, right through the windshield, this number plate, you're going to want to take a picture. So she takes the picture, and she sends it to the guy, and I hear him tell her, he says, all right, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to send a code to your car. The headlights will start flashing. When the headlights stop flashing, your car will unlock. So we're sitting there, we're chatting away, and next thing, we see the headlights flashing, so she jumps out. As soon as the headlights stop, she grabbed the door handle, nothing. Tried all 4 doors, nothing. Can't get in, locked. So she comes over and I said, yeah, come on. I said, this time, when you call, tell the guy not to hang up until you are in the car. So she calls, and of course, on hold, guy comes back on, female this time. The girl explains the problem, and she says, can you take a picture of the VIN number? And she said, well, I just did. And the car still won't unlock. She says, well, I have to send another code. So she gets out, takes a picture of the VIN number and sends it to Tesla. And the girl says, all right, 5 minutes, headlights. So we're chatting a little more, I'm asking her how she likes it, and she said, well, up until right now, she says, I like it. So the headlights start flashing. She jumps out, headlights stop. Nothing, again. Can't get in the car. Now, she's still got the girl on the phone. So she says, the doors won't unlock. Nothing will unlock. Can't get in the trunk. Can't get in the frunk. That's the front trunk, a frunk. Leave it to Tesla, a frunk. They try it a third time. Headlights, meh, 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 meh. This time, she's on the driver's side, I'm on the passenger side. We figure one of us is going to get lucky. So I got two door handles and nothing. Let me call him. So she gets put on hold. And the girl comes back in and says, about an hour and a half. He's just leaving Toledo. I said, he's just leaving, she's got that on speakerphone. I said, he's just leaving Toledo. You don't have a closer? No. They only have two. One for the southern part of Ohio, one for the northern part of Ohio. And he had just dropped the vehicle off in Toledo. So she gives him the information and she goes, can't I call AAA? And he says, no. He says, well, a tow truck's a tow truck. Not for Teslas. Because she had the dual motor which basically locks both axles, front and rear. See, if you had the single motor, it's like your car. Front wheel drive, rear wheels spin free. With her having the dual motor, all four wheels are basically locked. And the guy has to have 4 go jacks because he has to jack up all 4 wheels to load it up on the flatbed. And she says, well, I've had a previous vehicle, not a Tesla, previous vehicle towed by AAA, and they put the dolly under the back end and lifted it up by the front. He says, it'll void the warranty. She said, even if this is how quirky owning a Tesla is, I guess. Because if you call AAA, your warranty is voided. Now, I don't know if this is BS just so that their special towing company gets all the money. I don't know. I know nothing about Teslas except they're ugly looking cars. My opinion. I know there's a lot of Elon Musk lovers out there, tree huggers. I think they're the ugliest goddamn things on earth. The only one that I like is the one with the flappy back doors. It looks like it's flying. What is it, model 12 or 9 or X or Z or Q, Elon can't name something like, a normal car manufacturer. We got to have a Model 3 and then a Model X and a Model J and a Model 7 and never get me to own one. Although, and there's no middle of the road. I think the Cybertruck is neat. I really do. I've heard so many people say, "Oh my God, it's the ugliest goddamn thing." I think it's kind of neat. Now, I could get into owning one of them. Another vehicle I could get into owning is a Rivian. It's the one that's got the oblong headlights. I think that's kind of cool. That pickup is neat. But I'm not into these electric cars. Not for me. Too much of a pain in the ass. First of all, if I need gas, I can just run to the corner. I have yet to see in this area a charging station for an electric car. Now, there might be one right around the corner. I'm not looking for one. But I have yet to see anything that says charge your electric car here. Because I know the guy up the street from me's got a Tesla and he charges it in his garage. And then that stupid laptop screen in the middle of the dashboard. You know, you got to look sideways. Well, you know, looking to the center of the dashboard takes your focus off the road. Now, I'm sure once you get used to the car, yeah. But you know, they said that basically once he started, you know, to manufacture them, they were going to be quirky. Well, they are quirky, very quirky. Give me a good old gasoline engine any day, or a diesel. I'll take a diesel. I've had them. I like them. I missed out recently in uh, Faceplant Market Doodle. There was a Volkswagen pickup diesel. Now, for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, back in the 70s and 80s, the Rabbit was the pickup truck. They, you know, right behind the driver's seat, they chopped it off and put a pickup truck bed on it. The front end was a Volkswagen Rabbit and the back end was a little pickup. And by the time I noticed it, it was sold. Now, we weren't talking a cherry vehicle, but it was a diesel. And I would have loved to have it. Not to mention that I haven't seen one of them in, God, 20 years easy. I had a good time last night playing with my new toy. Those backgrounds are cool. I'm planning on doing certain streams with certain backgrounds. Last night I went through about 80% of them. And quite a while back, I was messing around right after I downloaded Prism Live Studio, I downloaded the other portion. There's two downloads. You have a Prism Live Studio and you have what they call Prism Lens. And I was fooling around one night, and I clicked on something, and up come these neat backgrounds. And I was playing around with them, having a good time, and then I clicked on something, and it went away. Well, not paying attention, I had no idea what I clicked on twice. So I emailed a friend and said, help, because he's a little more into, technology than this old fart. So yesterday I get an email with the instructions. Now, had I gone in and fully read the instructions, I probably could have figured it out myself. But real men don't read instructions. So he sent me, it was just a couple paragraphs. And I was like, okay, click here, background, click here, click here, click here. And I was changing backgrounds and I was having a hell of a good time. And then I saw where it said, background, original. And I clicked on that, and I was back in the studio. Well, then I was having a good time. I was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I was driving people crazy. And after I got done playing with it, I was like, I'm going to pick out several of the backgrounds, and then I'm going to do a stream kind of oriented around those backgrounds. And then I discovered that I can upload even more. We're not going to get greedy. We got to get comfortable doing this switcheroo. But I had it all. I was having fun. I was off the planet floating in space, and then I was in the middle of the ocean. I was out in the middle of the desert, and yeah, I was having a good time. I was like a kid with a new toy. I have to find my Ziffelglotzer for this microphone. I got just a small windscreen. This microphone came with that big round goofy. Who wants to talk into a big round goofy screen, Plus it's like right in front of your face, which I'm sure a lot of people will say, hey, bolt that son of a bitch on there, you asshole. We don't want to see your face. But I've got just Just a single little windscreen for, wait a minute, where did I just had them. Ah, wait a minute. I think they're in Studio A. Let me go look. Yep, over in Studio A. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that, a racing stripe. Isn't that cool? Look at that, a racing stripe. Oops, that's it. Let's break the microphone. Yeah, there we go. A friend of mine sent me these. I have a yellow one. Let's see, there's a black one with a red stripe. And then I think there's a black one. No, a black one with a red stripe, a red one with a black stripe. I've got this red one with a blue stripe and a yellow one. Can't remember what racing stripe the yellow one has, but I can change colors. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It stops that. But, you know, you see them in studios, like singers use them. They have that big, I call them spit screens. Well, when you're on camera and you got that thing it's like right in front of your face. I don't know. And, whenever you order a microphone, especially, they come as kits, a lot of them. They come with the arm and everything, and you get that screen. It's a waste. I've got like 4 of them, over in the cabinet over there. I'll never use them. They're still in the original packaging. I'm not having any live singers in studio. See, this mic is a little more sensitive. I don't have to use these spit screens with the other mics. Even with the big Blue Yeti. Now that one did come with a spit screen, but the way the cartridges are inside the head, they don't pick that up. But this one, out of all of them, is the most sensitive as far as Another thing I have to try to figure out is how to get. I've got a neat app in my cell phone, and I got to try to figure out how I pipe it. I hate when they do that. Go away. Go away. Yeah, see, like I want to use this. FBI, open up! But I don't want to use it through my cell phone. I want to pipe it through my system. Now, I've got 2 tablets over there full of sound effects that are plugged into my mixer. But this USB type stuff, I don't know if I can take a USB plug from my phone and plug it into the mic or something, because I think, kind of cool. I like these. FBI, open up! You got that one. Got this one. Open up! Just open up. And it's got this one. But this one's kind of cool. FBI, open up! Yeah, see, I don't know if I can just plug my cell phone into the microphone. I have to play with it. That's the only sound effect app I have in my. I don't know why it ended up in my cell phone. And then what really irritates me is I wanted to put that sound effect into my other tablet. I can't find it on the damn Google Play Store. It's like gone. So I guess I'm lucky I downloaded it. Maybe the guy that downloaded, invented that app got arrested. I don't know. But I couldn't find it. I went through the whole Play Store. I couldn't find that. I can find tons of sound effects apps, but I can't find that one. So I'm going to have to figure out to see if I can do some kind of transfer between my phone and my tablet. I don't know. I'm lucky I can make a phone call or a text message, Because I know they have a sound effects box that you plug into your cell phone. If you're streaming with your cell phone, I have enough problem right here. And with that, I'm going to play with my new toy a little more and get comfortable with it, and then figure out which of the backgrounds I'm going to be using. And with that,